But looks like right now we have a 50-50 split of Satini and Nerchio, so ooh, there's a start. And there's your intro, guys. Satini from Absolute Legends being the yellow Terran in the top right, and his opponent is none other than our friend Acer.Nerchio.
Acer.Nerchio really showing just actually getting through all those last games so well, and also just being a proven Zerg player as well. So it will be interesting to see how he actually deals with Satini. And
yeah. Satini early on in the tournament actually took out Dongray Gu, DRG, in an absolutely insane game on Tal'Darim Altar. Satini really played amazingly well and ended up taking down DRG. It was incredibly impressive.
yeah, it will be. I actually haven't seen Satini play, so I'm really looking forward to this game to see exactly what's going to happen and what kind of gameplay he's going to go for. I mean, on this map we might see something like I don't know. I don't think we'll see we'll see an expand or an early expand anyway. It's very rare to see early expand on this map. What do you think?
I think early expands are really common. I think TVZ, you've got the reactor Hellion expansion that happens on pretty much every single map.
Well, yeah, I suppose what I meant was that you'll see reactor Hellion and then you'll see expand. I meant more. I was sorry. Never mind. Dirt moment.
It's all good. Yes. I mean, but there are the variations of that. I mean, we can get into the whole talk about the command center and then the Hellions being produced, or the Hellions and then the command center being produced, which is a very, very important deviation, because sometimes people want to be safer and get the Hellions out first, or you want to get the better economy and get the command center out first. But they beat each other pros and cons, and if we do see Nerchio going for a very aggressive build, then early roaches could be incredibly effective against the command center first, and then reactor Hellion play that could be coming out of Satini. But it actually looks like he's going to go for a gases expand.
Yeah, right, okay. Wow, next time I never say a word again. No, I guess that what I meant to say was that I always see reactor Hellion and then they expand after they do the aggression, or you expand while they're doing the aggression, but not like kind of going like, you know, how with Protoss going for the Forge first and then they expand kind of thing. Yes. That's kind of what I meant. I kind of derped in saying that, but yeah, no, I mean the gases expand again, very, very good strategy, and again because of the positioning as well, it is very good to take it because both of them are actually just getting their economies up, and just kind of, you know, we'll see this kind of droning up and SC being up now for the next while just to see what they plan on doing with this. So it's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to see this much.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. It looks like we are going to be Satini going for the reactor Hellion after the gasless expansion. Which is be perfectly fine, and I actually would like that. I like this a lot. This is actually one of my favorite openers to see, because then you have a really nice opportunity to go for Banshees afterwards, whether with or without Cloak depends on you, but you can even go for something as weird as Blue Flame Hellions afterwards, getting those out ASAP and streaming out tanks and just going straight into mech. It's actually a really nice transition as well. And you kind of have to, as a Zerg, look out for both the mech transition and the Banshee transition, because you could literally have one happen before the other, and they're still incredibly viable.
Yeah, I mean the expand that he is going Satini is it's really good because, as you said, there's so many options for him to kind of expand or just to kind of change his strategy. And again, the Zerg player has to kind of go, right, what do I need to do in order to find out what's actually happening? They need to scout a lot, which again is very hard for the Zerg player to scout when you've got a potential bunker kind of sitting around here that could be full of Marines. I mean, just like that, Ling was trying to go in to see what was going on and actually wasn't actually able to poke his nose in to see what kind of tech is happening. So I mean, later on you might see a sacrifice of an Overlord or something just to be able to get some scouting information to kind of go, right, is he going Blue Flame, is he going Medevac, is he going Bio, is he going mech, you know, and just being aware of what's going on to the Terran player all the time.
Yeah, right now we're just looking at Satini sitting at that third, trying to get knowledge of another base going down, but this SEV is one shot away from getting killed. Ooh.
Yeah, 5 HP. What a legend of an SEV. Going back home.
Yeah, I've always actually wondered about just the practicality of this. I feel like one slice from a Ling should be enough to rent the atmosphere from the SCV's chambers, and then it should just die. That's what I've always thought.
Yeah, no, you've got a point. We do see the third expand going down for Nerchio. We do see a third expand going down for Nerchio. Oh, we do see Cloak Banshees, Cloak being things. We will be seeing kind of a Cloak Banshee kind of play, which would be very good again. And I mean, I don't think the Zerg player has actually checked this out yet. I mean, we do see the Overlord at the top kind of moving towards in position for scouting later on. But again, we do see a nice little engage going on in the middle, trying to get a bit of a threat on these Hellions, but again, just not being able to getting a bit of HP off on them, but just not good enough really.
Yeah, alright, and we're going to see another bunker's going to be thrown down. So it looks like Satini is definitely aware of a vulnerability in his defense, thinking that these lings could always come in, become banelings, and then destroy his happiness, and that would never go well for him, because you always want to be happy. Unfortunately, we're not watching Empire happy, so it's not a pun.
Oh, wait, Jesus, man, I knew it was coming. I was like, he's realized it, he's going to keep going with it. Oh god, he's gone with it.
I'm sorry, I love bad puns. I can't help it. I feel like a
fun.
tool, but I'm a happy tool when I do it.
We see Stim as well being researched, and again Cloak and some Banshees popping out, and again this third again being really good. But again, the Terran player actually noticing it, and then Acer.Nerchio is kind of trying to do whatever he can to hold it up. And again, this Queen probably will fall, but again a couple of roaches kind of coming to deal with this kind of aggression. But now that he knows it's there, if he doesn't end up going for anything else, we might see some Banshees kind of targeting down this particular one. And there we do. We have this one Banshee coming in just to kind of get an idea of what's going on and just try and deal with them. But we do see a Spore Crawler in place, just about to be done, but it won't be done in time. That Queen will fall.
Yeah, and now we're watching as the Spore Crawlers are being put down, getting targeted immediately. Nerchio doesn't get the cancel on that one. Right now we're just having a little bit of roaches pushing down the middle of the map to try and deal with this, but the Banshee is still doing a good job killing off what it can. It's actually not going to take any shots from any spores. Nice job there.
Yeah, no, very, very good job from Satini. And again, just again, these roaches just trying to get a good surround and spread over the map just to get an idea of what's going on, who's around, and again, holding those very important Zelnaka watchtowers to make sure that you know whatever comes out, I'll keep an eye on it. Just because I mean, now that he's seen this Banshee, he kind of is wondering what kind of tech he's going to end up going. Is he going to go Siege Tank? Is he going to go Bio as well? So just a bit like this for early harass, get the Hellion, get the Banshee, and then kind of completely switch. And he's not really sure because he has no idea about what's going on in the main of the main of Satini. If you have a look at it in his vision, he really has little to no scouting information.
Yeah, and this double E-Bake is going to become a little bit of an issue for Nerchio. Nerchio, though, does have the overseer, so we can definitely see the Cloak Banshee and all that, but right now he's got to get them into range of the Spore. He actually gets it into the range, so he may be able to get one Banshee.
Ooh, oh my god, it's like 11 HP! Ugh.
Oh, that's so bad. That's
so
really
close.
Unfortunate. But Nerchio does have a double Evo of his own, and we see the Infestation Pit being thrown down along with the Macro Hatch, so we're going to start seeing some nice teching going to be going down from Nerchio's end.
We've seen a lot of teching, and also we do see Satini going for a command center. So again, try to push that third, going right. Okay, I know you've got that third up, but I can't actually hold that third, so I need to make sure that I actually try and get my third as well. So I mean, we will be seeing him kind of floating it out to the third, and it's so important that the Zerg player tries his best to deny this this third for Satini. I mean, giving him that economic advantage as well. I mean, it will definitely not be great. So it'll be interesting to see whether Nerchio actually picks up on this and actually tries to hold it.
Yeah, we'll be able to see that soon. I mean, I'm kind of curious about. Yeah, there's the second factory. I was gonna say that there's like a pop in this base and there's an idle tech lab, but there's the factory being thrown down there. And double factory siege tanks is becoming a mainstay in TVZ as of late.
Mm-hmm.
We pretty much never see single factory anymore. It is just double siege tanks, and that will hopefully get you the win.
Yeah, well, we do see a fourth being taken by Nerchio behind this as well. I do love this this Overlord action where he's kind of like creeping on the expand in the middle, kind of going, no, you're not getting this. But we do see pathogen glands being researched. You see a scary army kind of holding the middle of the map, having possessing some good map control. Pathogen glands are already finished now. 24 lings on the way, 3 more infestors on the way. Again, just a huge army, and again, just these just having that macro hatch has definitely helped the supply count of Nerchio.
Yeah, he's got a fair amount of hatcheries. I mean, we just go around looking at his bases. He's got a ton of possible larvae. 4 hatcheries are done. We're having a 5th one on the way. We're at 12.5 minutes in. We're having him approaching the max food count. Satini is not exactly far behind, but Satini's Terran and being slower to catch up, but his army is quite beefy. We see that he's already got his 1-1 upgrades done. We see that the 2-2 has begun. There's no vehicle attack upgrades yet, but it's only a matter of time.
Sorry to interrupt. We see a Banshee, Cloak Banshee in the main of Acer.Nerchio right now, taking 6 drones, and he just threw down a Spore, but I don't know if that Spore's going to be done on time. The Queen is kind of waiting to see what's going to happen, but he has taken out so many drones in this engagement, and we just see a huge engagement going down the middle of the map as well. Yeah,
this is ridiculous. We see a lot of the aggression going down. Hopefully the Banshee is going to get killed, but there's Zerg Force in the middle is getting destroyed. Nerchio is actually taking a lot of losses in terms of his economy and his army. He's just, all of a sudden, Satini just made their food counts basically even.
Yeah, he made it. He really did make it nearly even for the most part, and it's just doing so well. Only getting the Glibber Constitution now, which is a bit. I don't know if that was his plan, a bit sloppy on Nerchio's part, not only getting the Global Constitution now of all times, but he lost so many drones in that engage. He lost at least 9 or 10 drones, and it was really, really...
Really what? Oh no. Vera seems to have dropped maybe, or... how's the Skype? Nope, Skype's gone. Let's see if she'll come back, but, Nerchio explaining the roach speed right now. Wow, that's actually kind of funny that Nerchio is just blatantly saying that. Alright, looks like Vera's job. I'm going to end the Skype call so we don't have to deal with the noise, but, and when there was... Their talk is awesome! I'm sorry, I am annoyed that... I'm just so amused by this. The fact that Nerchio's like, hi, I forgot roach speed! Yeah. Alright, that's like the comment of Zerg life is rough too. Like that's amusing. Alright, so now Satini is just continuing to push on. But with the rocks being taken down, it looks like Satini is going to be working on getting this top middle base, as that's definitely going to be the best possible expansion that you can be going for. I mean, it's definitely more easily defended. You have a better out of attack. It's still close to your opponent, and just look at how far away this is in terms of defense. But with this Overlord going down, Satini could definitely take that. Plus, you have a defensive position with this destructible rocks and the ramp that goes on there. But it looks like Satini will go ahead and go for a drop and make sure that he can just go ahead and engage down here. But Nerchio does have a few queens as well as these spore to go ahead and move in there. But with this stim, we should see Satini's Marines pushing forward. They're actually going to be 2-2 soon as well. Another 15 seconds and they will be. We kind of can see that Nerchio is preparing for the move out a little bit, but that tank there has got to realize the army's going to be there as well. But there's a ton of roaches. The +1 missile attack is there. They, as you can see, have Global Constitution now. But there is the running in of those Marines at the exact same time as the +2 attack finishes, so it looks like that was his cue to move in. But this medevac is actually really vulnerable, but it looks like he will be able to retreat. With this 3-3 started, Satini's gonna have a very nice position to move in with the upgrades lead and all that. But with the Spire done, we could see a greater Spire starting in a second. That'd be a beautiful move, especially on this map. And when you have double tank production being done by your Terran opponent, you can always count on Broodlords to do a very, very nice job. But right now we see that food counts are looking pretty solid. Satini's actually a little bit supply block, but that's going to end shortly once those supply depots finish. But he's doing a good job. And there's this base going down to the top middle, so we will see his 4th base going down. But as you can see, Nerchio is happily just willing to win those rocks, but these Marines are going to be more than enough to just dissipate their lives. And ooh, look at the burrow. That's a nice little move to actually force that scan there. I mean, I don't see why not. But it also serves to deny a scout that the Burrowling would have gone. Alright, so apparently, I don't think Vera's coming back. The router seems to be having a lot of issues. Well, that's unfortunate. But right now, Satini is going to be pushing out. There's a lot of Marines here in this forest. They are 2-2 upgraded nicely, and we do see that Satini also has the +1 attack on the siege tank. So we're going to watch the scan go down, creep troopers are going to fall, and Nerchio's got a lot of Lingroach and Fester, and we're seeing him pushing forward, but he cannot engage into that position. That was a very nice position for Satini. Satini also has a medevac here, kind of just sitting there, not really much going on there, but you have a drop that just gets denied inside that other base of Nerchio, and Satini is using this as an opportunity to just move in and be continuing to be aggressive. But gotta be careful, gets hit by a huge fungal, and there's not exactly a lot of energy left on top of that medevac, but one more fungal and these units are going to be falling on. There's that fungal and the unit's falling. So nice job there. It looks like the medevac did just get taken care of. We see the Marines are trying to run in and go there into that bottom base. It's not going to work out so well, but take a look at Nerchio getting the bottom middle base. We have the happy face and the upside down happy face base is also being taken by both players. That's actually really kind of cool to see. You don't usually see that. They've literally been taken before for these more normal bases to be taken. That's actually kind of funny. But check out this medevac that's now going to move in, see this base, and it's probably just going to go ahead and just start dropping right now. But there's very little health left down there. But ooh, a free siege tank going to get hit by the Broodlords. That's always a bad day. And Nerchio is killing off his roaches. Nerchio wants more Broodlords. He's going to kill off his roaches instead of building spine crawlers and canceling them to get out more food. I mean, because who needs attacking units in a war game? I mean, clearly Nerchio does not. Yeah. But 10 corps are coming in. He really wants to get a high Broodlord count. And that could be really good. If he can get out those Broodlords, that'd be amazing. I mean, we can see that he's got a ton of money saved up, so he's ready to go for that remax immediately. But right now, this bottom base is basically functioning as a macro hatch at the moment. And the Infested Terran are down here. And actually, I just realized you can never see the Infested Terran kill count. It's kind of sad for them. But there's going to be the stim running in. This base is looking to be like it will probably fall to its death. And by probably fall, I mean it's dead. That is officially death. And there's a siege tank to move in, get a little bit of damage to this one marine, but that's not a big worry. We've got a fair count of Broodlords now out, and a lot of Corruptors. We have twice the Corruptors to the Broodlords, but they're going to be able to start engaging. Look at this siege tank count. That is going to be hit quite hard. And now the Vikings are going to start needing to be engaged by the Corruptors, and there we see them pushing forward. AL.Satiini is actually not going to be engaging with the Vikings at all efficiently. We're going to see some fungals laying, very nice fungals. The siege tanks are getting taken care of down there, and we're going to watch as this army from AL.Satiini is getting cleaned up. It's getting cleaned up quite well, and with that involved, we're going to be able to see him going for another base. If he can get another base and get economy strong, that'll be a pretty big deal. But we're just watching as re-expansion is happening by Nerchio to these bottom two bases, and that'll be really good. He needs that income. We can see how he's actually behind, and even behind in the worker count. Aal.Satiini has almost 80 SCVs, and we have 9 broods coming in. Holy God! Nerchio wants Brood Lords. Like, holy bejesus, man. There's going to be so many broodlings running around the map. This is going to be absolute insanity when these broodlings can start go ahead and engaging, sending in the broodlings and all that. There's going to be so much damage done because we're up to 14 Broodlords total. There's a few Vikings on the field, but there's more Broodlords than Vikings, so this Broodlord's going to have a huge opportunity to go ahead and engage it, and we're going to watch as they're going to push forward. Broodlings are attacking everywhere. There's a lot of Vikings, though. We got to be careful of the fungals moving and attacking them, but the broodlings are still staying alive. We're seeing them push forward. The Viking count is still there. The Broodlords, though, are in such high numbers. Big fungals going to allow a lot of the Corruptors to engage, but the Marines are actually doing a good job of handling the Corruptors too. But look, we need another fungal. There's the fungal landing. We're seeing that a lot of the Vikings are falling, and in this amount of time we're watching as the army for Nerchio is kind of dwindling on the lower ground, the support units, but we still have so many broods out. They're, however, getting whittled down quite a fair degree. 9 are still out, though. That's such a huge amount. Aal.Satiini, though, is staying up in the food count. We're just watching as the Thors are getting hit by the broodlings, and that's probably going to continue, but Nerchio's not gotten time to finish these bases. We actually have a drop here that's waiting to go ahead and go back into the main base, but talk about a vulnerable medevac. Has 15 health left. So now moving around over here, we do see that Nerchio is looking like he actually kind of defended against a drop. I mean, there's a bunch of drones just retransferring down there. But this PF over here on top is still sitting pretty. These rocks are still available for this for the defensive position here. But now it looks like Nerchio is going to be continuing to engage. Aal.Satiini is going to be in a reroll spot. He does have a lot of units, though, but these Vikings are going to be so big, but they don't have their attack. Oh, the attack is actually about to finish. That's going to be big. We have the Corruptors moving in. They need to be really careful, though. There are a few Marines in there. Corruptors do pick off a single Viking, and that's a nice job there. But with 9 Broodlords, I can see them pushing in, but this is now dead, and with that dead, we could probably see some Broodlords attacking that top middle base. I mean, this top middle base still has a fair amount of resources. For this to be lost would be an unfortunate blow to Aal.Satiini. Aal.Satiini, though, still has his command center done, and he could lift that off and send it over there to the mid-right, and that would be a very nice move. But look at this, more broods are coming in. We're going to be up to 16 Broodlords, and if 16 Broodlords can come in and attack, that's going to be massively deadly. Nerchio is officially maxed, and there's a 16 Broodlords going to be throwing in. We see that the scan's going to go down. Nerchio, though, is pure Corruptor, Broodlord, Infester, and there's a few Lings going to be coming in and mixing it up, but this command center is going to be quite vulnerable. We've got all those Vikings. We're watching this PF is going to get engaged by Lings, and the Zerg are going to be able to take down the PF. The 3-3 is done. They do not have the adrenal glands, though, but if we take a look back here into the main base of Aal.Satiini, we're watching him get a nuke. He's got 3 Ghost Academies. Nukes are going to be coming into play. I cannot wait. I love nuclear bombs. That's my excited voice, by the way, even though it sounds kind of monotone. Yep. But we're going to see Satini get another PF down here, and all of a sudden Satini's going to be relying almost on nukes. If Satini can just land a nuke on these Broodlords. Oh my god, if he can land a nuke on those Broodlords. Just saying. Oh, nuke is getting launched! The nuke is getting launched. We are seeing the nuke going down here into the natural expansion on top of basically nothing, actually. It's going to kill a few Overlords. And... kaboom. It kills 4 drones. But this is an uncloaked ghost. That's kind of funny, actually. It's an uncloaked ghost. Doesn't have any energy left to cloak. So that's what is kind of hurting it down there. We have another cloaked ghost coming down to the top. We're going to watch as this other nuke is going to be landed. There it is going to be sent. And we have the nuke launching. Boom. And it's going to land. We're watching as this could get sieged up down there, but the ghost, this is a much better place to nuke. It looks like this one is going to be landing. Oh, no, it's not going to be landing because that just got killed by a single Ling. What? What? Oh my god. There's a scan. Now we're going to have Nerchio moving in with 16 brews. This PF is so destined to die. Oh my god. And then we're going to see them pushing in, though. There's going to be cloaked ghosts down there, but they're sniping and they're dying. They're losing their energy. Fungals are landing, and Satini is looking like his days are going to be numbered. There's a ton of Vikings coming in, and with these Vikings coming in, we're going to be seeing death happening everywhere. Fungals are going to be coming in. There's more Fungals landing on top of the... There needs to be more Fungals. There's a ton of Broodlords out, but we can see that the Broodlord count is diminishing. There are 14. Actually, there's 13 now. 12 are down now, but there's Marines, Vikings, everything are engaging, and that's going to be really, really nice. Nerchio's going to be forced to pull back for the moment, but I mean, he just needs a little bit of anti-air. There's 3 Vikings here. Nerchio, though, could just try and engage. We see a single infested Terran. And now we have Marines and Thors. So we're going to see dead Broodlords, which is unfortunate for Nerchio, but as you can see, Nerchio's got a lot of food. Satini does not. These Broodlords are continuing to deal actually a ton of damage. My god. Nerchio's now getting this base, and we have Lings just finishing off any possible expansions over here in the top. Those refineries are going to be falling quite quickly. And these Lings still do not have the adrenal glands. Still no adrenal glands. We take a look at these nuclear silos. We do see that there is 1 nuke in play, which is quite strong. Nukes are truly awesome. But we're going to watch them pushing. We have a ton of medevacs falling to the Corruptors. We have the Fungals going down, locking them in place, and Satini calling it GG. GG indeed. Nerchio is on fire. Really well done. And with that, we're going to see Game 1 going to Nerchio. It is a best of 5 final, guys, and it is shaping up to be awesome. I am pumped. I am excited. We're going to be moving on to the next game in but a moment.